The Nintendo Wii is one of the most popular and iconic video game systems of all time, and one of the few consoles to truly ever break into the mainstream. The Wii attracted any type of person, not just gamers. Anyone could pick up a Wiimote and swing it around to play tennis. It was simple, it was fun, it was accessible, and that's why it's remained such an icon even in pop culture today. Hey, how's it going? I'm Josh from 91 Tech, and I'm sure all of you know all about the Wii, but you may not know much about its final iteration. So today, we're taking a look at the forgotten Nintendo Wii Mini. Before we take a look at the Wii Mini itself, I think it would be good to get some context behind the Wii in general, so I will have timestamps in the description if you just want to jump ahead. So without further ado, follow me on social media and let's get right into this. The idea for the Nintendo Wii spawned the same year as the GameCube was released, 2001. Nintendo game designer Shigeru Miyamoto said the concept focused on player interaction as opposed to just powerful hardware, which was pretty much the opposite of competitors at the time, and they did just that with the launch of the Wii in 2006. The Wii was a cultural phenomenon, being cheaper than competing consoles and a lot more unique and interesting to consumers. A console where you didn't just push buttons but actually move physically? This wasn't a completely new thing, but it had never been as accessible as a box sitting under your TV in your living room. Some of the original ads for the Wii had random men just showing up to people's houses with the Wii. The residents were confused but let them in, and next thing you know, they're all having a fantastic time just playing Wii Sports. The premise was silly, but the message is solid. The Wii is something that anyone could pick up, play, and have a good time. Your mom, your grandpa. Unless you had no soul, it was really hard not to smile at the charm of your Mii beating up other Miis on screen. The Wii wasn't perfect, of course. With a focus on motion controls, the hardware was relatively underpowered and wasn't much better than the GameCube. Because of this, the games really haven't aged well graphically, as the Wii can't display more than 480p. High definition really does help old games feel new, but unfortunately, besides emulation, there really isn't a way to make the Wii look properly good on a widescreen TV, or at least a modern one. The Wii had other key features of the era, such as Wi-Fi and Bluetooth at launch. In 2011, a newer revision known as the Wii Family Edition, or RVL 101, removed all GameCube support, which was a pity. Come 2012, and the Wii U wasn't the only new console launched by Nintendo. The Wii Mini also hit stores in Canada, eh? So on your way to buy some maple syrup and hockey sticks, you could also pick up the $99 Wii Mini. And it's okay, I'm Canadian, I can make fun of us. But yeah, Canada was basically the test market for the Wii Mini. I actually personally remember seeing one of these in the store. I don't know if it was before or after the US launch, but regardless, the US launch did happen in 2013. The Wii Mini was only slightly smaller than the Wii, but it completely changed the design. It's a matte box with a black top and then red everything else. To be honest, I really love this look. In my opinion, it's a lot nicer than the actual Wii. It's just so unique, and it looks really nice on the entertainment unit with that red. The disc tray is pretty cheap on here though. It just pops up like that. So before, you know, with the Wii, you would just slide the disc in and it would move in all the way by itself, similar to the PS3. Not with the Wii Mini, you have to hit a button and yeah, it feels a bit cheap, but it works fine. So I've got no problem with that. But what I do have a problem with, and what a lot of people had problems with back in the day, was the lack of features. Like the Family Edition, the Wii Mini had no GameCube compatibility, but it also didn't have an SD card slot or any internet capabilities. The only ports on the back were for the sensor bar, TV, power, and a single USB port. I kind of understand leaving out Wi-Fi. Nintendo wanted to make this a stripped down experience that only played games, plain and simple. But I do think they could have at least put an Ethernet port or something in the back. Just allowing it completely seems really arbitrary, but that's what they did. In their defense, the Wii Mini was actually a pretty fantastic deal. While the Wii Mini came out at the end of the Wii's life, the Wii in general actually stayed relevant for quite a while thanks to the failure of the Wii U. Actually, the last game made for Wii is Dance Dance 2020, while the last game made for Wii U was Dance Dance 2019. So the Wii outlived the Wii U. That is quite something. The Wii Mini clocked in at $99, and in 2013 began shipping with Mario Kart Wii included. Along with that, there was also this red Wiimote with Motion Plus and a red nunchuck. What's nuts is if that you were to buy just a Wiimote and nunchuck and Mario Kart, it would probably cost a similar amount to just buying the Wii Mini bundle. For all its flaws, the Wii Mini actually still managed to be a pretty great deal. That didn't make the lack of internet okay though. The Wii Mini also couldn't actually even output 480p, as it can only use composite connections as opposed to component, making it even worse than the 2006 Wii in terms of graphical power. Again, considering the price, this is fine, but you have to wonder how many people bought this thing without realizing they would be missing out. As far as I can tell, the box or ads for the Wii Mini never really were clear about the lack of internet. Don't forget, this was back in 2012 and 2013, a time when not everyone had devices capable of streaming, say, YouTube and Netflix. So when you bought a home console like this, that was actually a very appealing feature. The Wii for years was one of the most popular Netflix machines, and the lack of it on the Wii Mini was disappointing. Ironically, this doesn't matter anymore, as everyone and their mothers has access to Netflix in one device or another. Except if you only have the Switch. For some reason, the Switch can't access Netflix. I don't know why, but if you have a Nintendo Wii with Netflix installed, then congrats. You're technically superior to Switch owners in that sense. The lack of SD card support and internet support also made the Wii Mini completely unable to be homebrewed, something very popular among Wii enthusiasts. At least this was the case until relatively recently. In late 2019, a parent brony GitHub user FullMetal5 released a method of homebrewing using Bluetooth, as this is literally the only way to connect this console without an SD card slot or internet. The process is fairly straightforward, but you do need a Linux computer to accomplish it. With homebrewing, your entire Wii experience can be unlocked. Emulation on Wii is one of the best of any homebrewed console simply because of how easy it is to do and how well everything tends to work. You can emulate any Nintendo game on here up to the N64. We don't have an SD card slot, but with that USB port, you can load apps off of a flash drive after the initial homebrew process. Even with that though, the original Wii is still a much better choice when it comes to buying one of these old things, as not only can it play GameCube games, but it also has the original ports for controllers and memory cards. Not to mention, it's much easier to homebrew in the first place. Ultimately, back in 2012 and 2013, the Wii Mini was the cheapest way to play classic Wii titles like Mario Kart, Mario Galaxy, and dozens more. The lack of online functionality likely didn't affect most players, and for the price, it was really a good deal. You might scoff at Wii Mini users as not getting the true experience, but they were able to play the same games as you, and I'm sure many out there have a lot of nostalgia attached to this console. Nowadays though, there's a reason this Wii has been more or less forgotten. The Wii in general doesn't get a ton of attention anymore, but this limited version really just doesn't hold up in any aspect, except for again that design. If you already own a Wii Mini, I'd encourage you to look into homebrewing, and actually that goes for if you have a Wii in general. Homebrewing is fun. Don't buy this anymore, don't buy the Family Edition Wii. If you're gonna buy a Wii, buy the original one. It's pretty straightforward. I don't have a lot more to say about this Wii. I think it's super cool. I love the design. I think it looks awesome. And yeah, all in all, it's just kind of a strange product to come from Nintendo. It was unexpected then, and even now, it doesn't look or really even feel like a Wii, but it is. Did you ever have the Wii Mini? Let me know in the comments down below. If you found this video interesting, maybe hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content just like this. You can follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at 91_tech if you'd like to for some reason. And with that all being said, thank you so much for watching. I'm Josh from 91tech, and I will see you all next time.